Hi everyone, and good morning from the Orange County Convention Center, where it's that time of year again, the IAAPA Expo. Now this is a fascinating 4-day convention where it's, anybody that's buying anything in the amusement industry is here, anybody selling anything in the amusement industry is here. From video games to roller coasters to weird food.
To Snope.
To Snope, they've got it all. I go by the legend, Drew the Intern.
Hello.
Back here again. And I'm excited to explore IAAPA this year. In this video, we're just going to show you everything at the show floor that we find interesting. B&M is showing off the surf coaster, which I will say looks very, very snazzy. I love the different aquatic animals. And there are the new stand-up seats themselves. Depending on how much you bounce or not, I think is how much fun I'm going to have on this ride. We're here at the Maurer booth, where they have a new version of the Spike Coaster. Now it's going to be more of a traditional train with 8 guests, and instead of determining how fast you go, while you're on the track, you're going to go and recline yourself. So now, as you can clearly see, Drew does not do any sit-ups in real life. But right now on the roller coaster, he could be doing sit-ups. I love this, we're at the Daniels Woodland booth, and they've got some of the scenic crops coming to the Mattel Adventure Park over in Arizona. They're going to have a He-Man and Skeletor laser tag, complete with Castle Grayskull. This is wonderful.
Looks great.
Here at the Fabry booth, they have a model, and I love any IAAPA booth that has a functioning model. This ride looks like it could probably be pretty fun. So this one will be themed to the Olympic rings, but I imagine it could be themed to whatever you want it to be. But the model is just mesmerizing. Coastal Amusements booth, which has Break the Plate. It's fascinating because the plates are digital, but when you hit them, stuff actually pops up. If Drew could hit the 30, there we go. Really fun game. We're at the Chance Rides booth where they're showing off Bone Shaker. Now Bone Shaker is a Hot Wheels themed, kind of mine train roller coaster, and this is going to be going into the Mattel Adventure Park. And man, that's a snazzy looking train. But it's not the only thing they're building for that park. They're also building Thomas and Friends Adventure Train Treasure Hunt. Now, Drew, you have a kid.
Yes.
I saw Thomas, I'm like, Thomas looks a little weird.
Yeah, so now he's fully animated, and it doesn't quite just take place on the island of Sodor anymore. He goes on adventures to different places. He can fly now.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's not
Kern Studios, which does a lot of floats for Mardi Gras, both in Universal Orlando and in New Orleans. They've got some of their floats. They redid the ones for the Texas State Fair, which unfortunately the hurricane came, and I did not get to go to.
The first hurricane?
Yes, the first hurricane. But the floats are awesome. We're here at Bat Fast, which is an interesting arcade game, and Drew is currently failing at cricket, but it's actually a neat game. You can do lacrosse, you can do baseball, you can do tennis, you can do cricket, and we opted for one we've never heard of before. We've never played cricket before, and you can see the lack of a better term, the pitcher's running in now, and but if you hit it back, eventually, hopefully Drew connects with one of these.
Yeah, I'm hopefully I hit.
Depending on where you hit on the screen, you'll get points. All right, here we go. Hey, all right! The Vekoma booth. They do have the train for Big Bear Mountain, and the new roller coaster coming to Dollywood. Train looks great.
Very Jeep-like.
Yeah, I can tell the aesthetic though is going to be very popular, I think, with the Dollywood crowd. And it does have the, you can see the onboard audio as well. And the lights. We're at Lawless Industries, which does custom parade floats, including single-person parade floats. So if you happen to be, let's just say somebody with a big flowing dress, that you can sort of float along the parade route in something like this.
Very electrical.
Yeah, it's kind of mesmerizing to watch too, with all the things down there.
Obviously, the girls on the parade routes, they practice hundreds and hundreds of hours before they get on a route, so it looks so natural without. Hey, Sean.
In booth, they do have the train on display for the upcoming Arctic Rescue roller coaster at SeaWorld San Diego. It looks snazzy.
Yeah, you'd have. Yeah.
You definitely have some of the
more modern SeaWorld colors with the orange, the chartreuse, the teal.
And I think you do see how it does look like a snowmobile.
Yeah.
Over at Soaring Eagle, they've got 2 different small drop towers, both called Hammer. One's a 2-seater and one's a 6-seater. And they're both going, which makes it fun. They're both going up.
And impressive that it's not
Yeah. See, booth, they do have the train out for Wildcats Revenge. One of the most anticipated roller coasters opening next year. Lots of detail. I think it looks really great. This booth combines two of my great loves into one thing. We're at the Cocktail Claws, which is a crane machine, but instead of winning plushies, you can win little tiny mini bottles of alcohol.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to win Fireball here.
Let's see, can Drew win Fireball? Oh! We're that close to some... Okay, now it should be easier to pick up if I know claw machines.
Maybe.
Oh, no Fireball for us, but I love the concept.
No.
This might win most unique booth. It's a company called Dankin that does custom products, and you have a giant Christmas tree with lights, and then when you go inside, it's a wonderful Christmassy bar. Neat concept. Here at Beaumark Robotics, they've got some really interesting stuff. A lot of these are for use in restaurants. So instead of having a server, you would have a robot cat that would wander around the restaurant. There's also ones built for like dish pit stuff, and then robots that would not only vacuum, but also mop the floor at night. Neat. Right now we're at Moss Distributing, checking out a new game from ICE, which is Dodgeball. And it's really fun. Big game. I'm throwing lefty. It would be impossible. Like, those over there would be so tough. I love the little people. Like, that man's got a mustache. That man's a Terminator. But the game's really neat. Right now we're at the Orb Virtual Reality, which is a multiplayer VR. I love the container it's in. Like that, it's really neat.
Oh, all right.
A booth called Game of 1,000 Boxes. It is a 7-team game show type thing with a giant LED screen. That person over there is a live host in charge of it. Very interesting concept. Giant screen. Actually really fun. Right now you're playing what is essentially Pong against 30 people, and we just scored a goal. Right now we're at a very cool booth. This is Image Engineering, and they do projection mapping shows. Right now you're looking at one that is done on the power plant building in the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. A building which was formerly home to the Six Flags power plant, very short-lived theme park.
Now it's home to a Barnes & Noble.
Yes, and a Hard Rock Cafe. And they've done stuff for the Washington Commanders, the Green Bay Packers, the Baltimore Orioles. But really cool stuff. I love projection shows, and it would definitely be something I would want to see if I was in Baltimore during the holiday time. See what they're doing next. And it's, oh man, that's fantastic. Right now we're at the MK Illumination booth, and this might be the cutest thing I've seen at the expo this year. 3 singing, dancing, animatronic raccoons.
Christmas ones.
Yeah. Now we're at a cow. But not just any cow.
The
condiment cow.
With udders, real udders. We get some mustard out of here, like, yeah. Some chocolate syrup.
Oh no, chocolate syrup and mustard.
And some
You can get crazy here at the condiment cow.
Yeah, and some ranch.
All right, now you got to dip your carrot in one of them and eat it, because that's, or else you're
wasteful.
You're disrespecting the condiment cow. Oh no, get them all. You went full suicide. Oh no, no, no! It's gonna be. Oh goodness. Oh.
Yeah, that's a good carrot.
Which flavor was most pungent there?
The ranch.
That's probably one of the better ones with the carrot. Right now we're at the Zamperla booth, where they're showing off the new Logflin boat. So the Logflin going into Adventureland in Iowa, the park that so graciously hosted our pre-RT event back in August. Is also showing off the new Lightning Train, which is going into the Playland at PNE. I believe this is a coaster for 2024, but a snazzy looking train. Also showing up the cheese car, which on the Wild Mouse going to Cedar Point, and that looks wonderful. Noble Rides, which is a subsidiary of Wisdom Rides, and they're showing off a train for what I believe is a new roller coaster concept.
Going to Oasis at Lakeport.
Yes, it's not confirmed yet. The Oasis at Lakeport is a very big development in the Lake of the Ozarks area. Like, I think it's like $300 million. They're still in the planning stages, so it's not, you know, this kind of set in crayon at this point. But
That's why it's still a sticker.
yeah, the train looks very snazzy.
Yeah.
We're here at Valley Dynamo, which sells different arcade games, and we really like Jet Hoops. Check this out. He hits the button, and the ball, it floats.
Hovers.
And then he fails at making him in.
I didn't say I was good at it. I just said it was fun.
It's really satisfying when you do make it in, though.
Yeah.
I also like the screen on here for like a bar atmosphere. You can put all your drink specials or anything on there. But it's a fun game.
Let me throw one.
Buy anything here at the IAAPA Expo, including costumes. So here we're at costume specials, where they got an Aqua Knight, a friendly dinosaur, a bowling pin, and Pete the Cat. Great Coasters International booth. They do have the Zambezi Zinger train on display. I did not know it was going to have little headlights. Kind of snazzy looking. Now this is going to have part of Titan Track, which you can see down there. Also going to run the new Infinity Flyer trains. Look a little more, definitely more metallic than the old Millennium Flyers. But like the logo and the Jeep look. Right now we're at the SBF Visa booth, and
Clint bought a ride!
Clint bought a ride.
Clint bought a ride.
Clint bought a ride.
I bought a ride.
All right, pal. So this is going in your park, obviously.
Yeah, this is the Drop and Twist. It's a 40-foot drop tower. We have already started the pad construction. We have a flip side, which is another SBF Visa ride that just got installed. Hasn't opened to the public yet, and this is actually going in right next to it. So we took out the Tilt-A-Whirl. In the space that we took out the Tilt-A-Whirl, we fit two new rides in. And so both of them are officially opening in March of 2023, but we will start previewing them as soon as they're available to start operating for the public.
Now, how tempted were you to theme it like a beanie hat? It would have worked.
Oh my God, I didn't even think about that. That would have been genius. Oh my, what am I?
Now we're at Jack-O-Lantern Journey, which is big, giant pumpkin people, but they also do carved pumpkins. Look at the Black Panther, Harry Potter. I like the new Black Panther. I actually saw that yesterday. Oh, look at the Jack Skellington one. Now these are they're not real pumpkins, and that way they can be reused by attractions like year after year. At the Sega booth, they got like 4 or 5 new arcade games, including Bop It. Like some significant nostalgia here, and Drew's been doing pretty well at Bop It. Now we're in a booth called Dinoscapes, which is home to a couple different animatronics, including this praying mantis. Now this is a female praying mantis, as she's unfortunately eaten her male counterpart. And they've got other stuff here, but this is definitely my favorite of their animatronics. Some of you might know my personal favorite animal is the penguin. And they've got an animatronic mom penguin and an adorable little baby animatronic penguin. A really cool booth. It's Animation and Illuminating Magic, and they do immersive dining experiences. Now they'll do anything from projection mapping on the table to mapping on the wall, interactive stuff. And I've been on one of their experiences before. They do the Cuisine La Petite Chef on the Celebrity Cruise Line, which is like one of my favorite restaurants on the high seas. So if you're ever on one of those ships, check it out. And they've got a new one coming in New York called Journey. And I would be, look at it, that was lava. Oh, it's so cool, look at it. You're
So
down,
the floor is lava, the table's lava.
the table is lava. Arcade games this time, we're at Ultimate Shot. We have to fling these rubber balls into the hole, and if you get it in, then the hole moves, and then you get different ticket values for different points.
I didn't get in the hole. Let's try.
We're at the Whitewater booth, where they have the craziest model, I think, in the history of water slides here at the IAAPA Expo, for the Icon Tower. Now, this is something you've probably seen making the rounds on Twitter or social media. This insane tower going into Qatar. And it's got 23 different water slides.
12 minutes of slide time.
Yes. I'm pretty sure this is something that Ranger dreams about.
3 elevators to take you to the top. That is the question everyone's asking, thinking about all the stairs. It's an elevator that's going to bring you up top.
Which, I mean, I think I would like water parks better if they were all elevators. And this thing is just absolutely wild. 252 feet tall is the tallest slide. Just nutty. For Cuba AMF, for this year they've got a duck pin bowling they're showing off, which is about a bowling ball the size of a softball, much bigger in the New England sections of the country. And Drew's going to show off the skills as a native Rhode Islander. That was a pretty good toss.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder with duck pin bowling to get strikes than in normal bowling.
Yes.
We're at one of our favorite booths, our buddies here at VFX. They got some new stuff, like the chimp. What is his name?
Pepe. It's Pepe.
That's Pepe.
Pepe the chimp. He likes to dance.
We got this that is just terrifying.
That's gnarly Charlie.
And then I think this might be my favorite. Like that is straight nightmare things in that box there.
That's our Banshee box. So we got all these different illusion boxes. We got obviously our puppets. We got new crate guys, obviously. Got our bungee heads. He's riding them like a rodeo, man.
Right now we're here at the Dynamic Attractions booth. They make some of the best rides in the entire world. And something they displayed a couple years ago was the Dynamic Motion Theater, which they recently opened the first one of at Futuroscope in France.
Yeah, we're really excited about opening our new motion theater in the Futuroscope Park in France. It's been a product we've been working on for a number of years, and that's the first installation. And it's a 120-seat rotating circular platform, pitches and rolls, goes 360 degrees, and they've wrapped a really great show around it involving tornado chasers, so somewhat like the movie Twister. So basically you follow some scientists chasing weather data, and they've really taken advantage of the spinning nature of the ride to spin you around and get you really into the tornado story.
Right now we're at the Sally Dark Rides booth with our good buddy Drew Hunter. And you've got another new ride coming next year.
Yep.
The Haunted Hotel going to Funtown Splashtown in Maine.
Funtown Splashtown, USA, a haunted hotel, and it's really amazing. This old woman, her name is Miss Lilith, by the way. Miss Lilith used to live on that spot back 150 years ago, but they kicked her out. People back then kicked her out. She put a curse on the land, and they built a hotel there called the Whispering Pines Hotel. And it became haunted, and our job is to go in and get the curse out of the hotel.
Very cool, and it's a new concept from you guys
Brand
too, right?
new, brand new.
All right, we'll look forward to riding it next year in Maine.
Excellent.
Island Attractions booth where they're showing off a new product.
What we have here is the Trail Runner Family Coaster. It is our newest product. It is our single rail, weld-free family roller coaster, which can be custom designed for any park's existing space. This is great because you can use the hillside, the valleys, the existing vegetation, and make a really unique, one-of-a-kind ride, which is as unique as the park it is located at. It's a really great family ride because we have an inclusive roller coaster train, which can accommodate riders as short as 40 inches, pending the ride dynamics. With the weld-free track, it is similar to a Sketty Bowl or a compact steel coaster, so it is very smooth. It's easy to maintain, and with that weld-free technology, we have a reduced fabrication and installation cost, which makes it a lot more appealing to some smaller parks, which otherwise may be outside of their budget to have a larger coaster like this.
And these lights on this model, that's not just a model thing. Here's that LED package. Now this could go on the top of the track, on the sides of the track. And it's very, very neat. You also have a model of the train for the new coaster.
Yeah, so this is the Trail Runner Family Coaster Train. Each car is an individual row of 2 riders with individual seats and individual lap bars. It is a Class 4 restraint system, and we can accommodate riders as short as 40 inches with it. The roller coaster train also has capabilities to use a typical chain lift hill or a launch mechanism. And with the individual rows, we have a really high articulation, which allows for zippy transitions, really steep and sharp crests and drops. Like, it's going to be a family coaster where, grandma and grandpa can ride with their grandchildren, but it's still going to be a ton of fun for the whole family.
Very cool. Thanks, man. Yeah. More note on Aurora, which is these lights that you can put in the rides.
Yeah, so with the Aurora lighting package, there is literally limitless customization opportunities. So parks can do different themed patterns or decals. Like you see the crashing waves here, or a ember. You can chase the train like this. You also have opportunities with things flash dry.
I think I found our new favorite booth here on the IAAPA show floor. We are at Sip Shine, which is moonshine. It is Gwinnett Peak whiskey, and it is the Gatlinburg experience here. A whole bunch of different flavors.
Hang on, I don't want to say this is the Gatlinburg experience. This is the Grand Rapids experience.
Yes. Very nice shine.
Yeah.
20% ABV. I think my favorite flavors so far, they're probably the berry tea.
That was great. I also really like the
bread.
Yeah.
And this is good stuff. So sips up.
The mash bill is different. Cheers. This is a 99% corn mash bill.
Great.
This is a...
Now we're here at the Falcons Creative booth, and we're going to talk a little bit about Kathmandu Park, which is a new theme park coming to Punta Cana, which is in the Dominican Republic. Now, what kind of rides are we going to find at the Kathmandu Park?
Well, we are super excited to be opening our first suspended theater attraction, which is a flying theater type product. It's a Voyage of the Fathom Wanderer, and that's going to be an amazing, amazing immersive flying theater experience. We've also got a 4D dark ride that's coming out, as well as our Onyx Theater, which is an interactive 4D theater.
All right, very cool, and that's going to open sometime early next year?
That's right. We're going to start rolling those out at the end of this year, and then at the beginning of the year, we'll be opening up the park for the general public.
Sounds good.
Dramatic explosion! We're here at the Triotech booth talking about the Cube with Ernest himself here, CEO.
In the loop!
Woo! So we got the Cube here. What's going on, man?
So look, we've been selling XD Dark Rides for more than 10 years. We sold 400 of these units. This is usually the #1 earner in a large FEC. And it's big. Look at the height. It takes 14, 15 feet. So our customers have been asking, can you do an XD Dark Ride on a smaller format with a lower ceiling, frankly, cheaper. And one of the problems that the industry has right now is, the cost of labor. People cannot find labor. So we designed the Cube to be a coin-operated, media-based, interactive simulator with the same motion platforms and running the same games that we have in the XD Dark Ride. And in the future, we're launching with 3 titles. In the future, we're going to have 6 next year probably, and then we're going to launch original titles. So this is a platform that we're going to sell for the next 10 years, like our Typhoon, like the Storm, like the XD Dark Ride, and it has been a smashing success at the show. So now we're going to have a problem building them. Yeah.
And that'll do it for IAAPA 2022. Always a great time. This year we saw tons of trains for new roller coasters that are coming out in the 23 season, along with lots of fun new innovative video games and everything else that's on that wild convention floor. If you have any questions about anything we saw in the video or the IAAPA Expo itself, be sure to let us know in the comments section below. And thank you very much for watching.